just to welcome everyone down for a very special program. I would appreciate Eric and the CEED gang getting together and putting this program together where we get to share not only our animals but our passion for the environment together as a group. This is a great time to do it while we're all in quarantine, but let's take a minute to appreciate the creatures that are around, especially the little ones all the way up to the big ones. So we're going to talk about some native species that we get to see in our very own backyards, including this special creature right here. Anyone know which one this is at home? Okay, good. If you said eastern screech owl, you were correct. If you said western, this bird is very upset. But for the eastern screech owl, you can notice it's a very small bird, about the size of your hand. And a lot of people think this is a baby bird, but this is a fully grown eastern screech owl, bird of prey, super predator, that we get to see it or hear in our own backyards at nighttime. So this is a nocturnal creature that is a voracious little hunter in the evening, looking for all types of things. And if you could see closely, he's looking dead at Mr. Eric here, and he's locked in. He's got these really cool whisker-like feathers. You can see his plumage and color on the back. So this is brown-faced screech owl. They're usually born in two main color types, brown or red. Sometimes you get a gray phase out of that also. But as a full-grown screech owl, they need something very special to keep healthy and happy here on Long Island. And that includes a very healthy habitat of trees or woodlands. So has anyone at home ever heard a screech owl or seen one before? All right. If you have, you probably have heard the amazing sound they make, which does not sound like any other owl out there, which is the typical hoo, 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 right? This one makes the sound that sounds like a horse whinny mixed with an alien or ghost. Now, Mr. Tony didn't take Rosetta Stone for owl, but I'm going to try. So if you hear this sound, ready? That's the eastern screech owl, not a crazy horse trying to get in your house. So these cool little birds have a great responsibility in our ecosystem where they balance out rodents and other creatures, insects, and they're eating all types of things with this tiny little beak right here. He can actually swallow a mouse whole. We've seen them gulp their food head first, and a lot of times the next day they'll cough up this really cool little thing called an owl pellet. And that's pretty neat to see. Now, if everyone at home does this, hold your fist up like this. If you're walking through the woodlands, even here at the refuge or in your backyard, and you see a hole in a tree about the size of your fist, you're looking at the home of an eastern screech owl possibly. They like these old growth trees, cavity nests, in which they can go inside as a secondary cavity nester. They'll utilize a hole that's there already, and they'll go in there to lay their eggs, a couple of eggs at a time. But the thing is, what are most humans doing with these trees nowadays? Now, most people see an old dead tree and they cut it down. Our responsibility is to teach and educate everyone. If you see those old dead trees, tell people, leave them there. It's a perfect home or habitat, not just for screech owls, but flying squirrels, other squirrels, tree-dwelling birds like woodpeckers, right? Even wood ducks. So these trees are important homes to hundreds of different species, maybe even thousands. So that's one thing we can do to help them. Another thing is this little screech owl came to us from being injured on the side of the road. Star Foundation brought them over, and they were found on the side of the road where a car going even 60 miles an hour could injure a bird this small, just weighing a couple of ounces. And we tell people, don't throw your food out of the car window. By doing that, you create what's called a false food chain. Little creatures like rodents come near the road to eat it, and then these little predators or bigger ones come too close to the road where they can get injured as well. So keep that in mind. Look up other things too. Go to the Googleizer, get a book, read about eastern screech owls and the other birds we're going to meet today, and do your homework so one day you can educate your friends and family too about the right thing to do. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to our eastern screech owl friend. All right, you're not waving, that's okay.